Hello, you're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. Just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
How are you, Tiffany?
I'm doing well.
That's good. I mean, this is coming out on the 2024.
Yeah.
Spoilers, we're not recording in 2024.
It's in the future.
I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. Last one was New Year's Eve that we did it,
Mhm.
and this is actually a week into it.
So happy New Year's, everybody.
I was going to jokingly say, like, oh, yeah, I'm still tired because, one, I don't stay up for New Year's. I don't stay up till midnight. And so usually it's me laying in bed, sleeping, and I always get woken up at midnight exactly due to fireworks.
That's how it be.
And I always start off the new year irritated and grumpy because I've been woken up by fireworks.
And this year I'm going to come stand right in front of your house and shoot off the loudest firework I can find.
In this economy, I don't think you could afford it.
Yeah, good point. Those things get expansive.
But maybe if we actually have followers, they'll be like, hey, Tiffany, here's money for fireworks just to ruin Brandon's night.
Yeah.
I guess in order to do that, we actually have to make more quests in order to get paid, right?
Well, let's get questing.
You got ties.
I got them. I feel like we've already had this number. 77?
77?
Yeah.
We have not.
Oh, snap.
We might have done that for like party starters, but not for quest board.
No, it's a possibility, yeah.
77. Needed. Someone competent in the ways of the word to berate, yell, and speak ill of me. Willing to pay. Discretion is key. Meet me during the night 2 alleys up from the pub in order to discuss terms. Okay, I got an idea.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, this screams. This has happened in movies plenty of times
Yeah.
where it's okay, and it also happened like I'll talk about the other reference, but someone, the person who's paying or put this job posting is running for mayor.
Oh.
Let's say this is a smaller town,
Okay.
but it's just like one of those. He's a nice guy, or just like got put into a situation where he doesn't want to be mayor, but he kind of been put in that situation
He doesn't want to be,
and
but
can't exactly turn it down, or
he
like
needs to be.
maybe he's like a member of a guild or something like that, a very popular guild,
Okay.
and he was put up for this election to be mayor, but doesn't want to be mayor and doesn't want the responsibilities.
I mean,
And so he's gained the party to then make him look bad or talk bad about him or her, to basically guarantee that they would lose so that they could save face by not dropping out, but still lose at the same time.
interesting.
There is a game that I play with a friend of ours. We like to do visual novel games.
Yeah.
And a while back, this is like months ago, we played a game called Cat President,
Oh my.
where the entire game is about you, the main character, you, being the campaign manager for a bunch of cats to run for president. And it's only the cats that are running for president, and everyone else is humans. But
Mhm.
they made a policy where cats become like have to run for presidency, or only cats can.
Okay.
The character we just so happened to choose down the path kind of thing was a character that's like, I only did this, or I'm only running for presidency because I want to sell my book.
Hmm.
I don't want actually to win.
Okay.
And then we got the president to win, or got that cat to win, and he was a little bit disappointed.
Hey, sometimes the best person to put in office is the person who doesn't want to be in office.
I think that was our argument,
Yeah.
or what we told ourselves, even though it was against the cat's will.
Yeah.
But it just made me think of that.
Yeah.
But it has happened a lot in movies or TV shows where someone's running and they don't want to be. Usually the super nice guy
Mhm.
or anything like that.
Interesting. Okay.
That's my stab at it. But then I don't know how to make a quest further from that, because they'll
Right.
just speak ill and all that. That's it.
So the whole point of this quest is this person does not want to be the town mayor. They want you to speak ill of them, berate, yell, possibly spread rumors. I don't know. That might be extra. Basically, they want you to make them look bad and continue doing so until the election,
Yes.
possibly. So your job, your entire quest here, maybe this will take place over a couple of weeks even. You never know how long these elections are going to take. Could be a couple of days, couple of weeks. You never know. But it'll be. I just lost all train of thought. I'm so sorry. There was a train in there somewhere. It just got derailed and it's in a ditch.
Was Bruce Willis on there? And I'm guessing he survived then?
Oh, he's fine. Yeah, no, he's fine.
He's untouched.
Now he's walking down the.
He's unbreakable.
Is that a movie that I don't know of?
Oh, you don't know about Unbreakable? It has Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Nice. No, I don't.
I think it's based off a comic, so I'm surprised you don't know about it.
That is, yeah. I am also surprised, but not that surprised.
It's not like a superhero kind of comic.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after the podcast.
Or we can talk about it now until I get my train of thought back, which is completely gone. Actually, no, it's just vanished and completely.
No, we're gonna go back on the rails here. I'm pushing this train back on.
Okay.
So if we do the mayor route, even if it's like the entire quest lasts for a week, it's all is going to be the party just role playing, just scenes of bad mouthing or anything like that. But what like other engaging things would they do? Because it'll just be like small role play and then roll a d20 to see if that was a negative or positive impact for this running, and then it's just election or the results at the end.
That's true. Yeah, it would be
not
just a
that
lot of random scenarios like that, but really short, really. I mean, you could actually make them come up with something to say.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Force them to
force them to
roleplay.
do it, yes. But the thing is though, it's not that as engaging or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some parties or some players might be fine with that and they might enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of them would find that boring.
Yeah.
We have sort of a biased control group.
So I can see this leading to an either-or situation. So if the players are not successful and that character gets elected mayor, he then has a quest for them to help complete things that he promised while he was running.
I'm sorry, I have an idea.
What's up?
We're going to do a little twist here.
Oh.
We're going to go on the same route.
A little twist?
Yes, a little twist. If someone who's trying to run for mayor hires them to do it and goes off on that spiel, same spiel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be elected or anything like that, but that's a lie. Basically, wants to hire the party to do that, and then just to show an example of, quote unquote, example of the people who speaks ill of him, let's say it's a bad guy, him, then he will put the party in jail or anything like that, or just like punish them so that he makes example and rules with the iron fist kind of approach. He pays the party to do that to guarantee that someone will speak ill of him or berate him or yell at him at an event. And then that gives him justification to punish the party and then screw them over.
What a twist. Yes, I was waiting that whole time to say it.
God.
I think that's great. Does he tell them about it beforehand that he's like, oh, and by the way, I'm throwing you in jail for this?
No, that's the thing. Then they're more like, if you hire a couple of Avengers or like mercenaries or anything like that to say, I need you to do this, but me telling you to do this is going to have you wind up with a bigger punishment, they're not going to do it.
So
it's the art of politics. You're going to lie just to get ahead.
This is why I don't like politics or politicians. But what if he does tell them and he says, okay, so here's how it's going to go. You're going to say all these terrible things about me. When I get elected, to show everyone that I rule with an iron fist, I will throw you in jail. Don't worry, it won't go on your record or anything. I'll make sure it doesn't. And then after, the allotted amount of time, we'll let you out.
I was just thinking of if it's not telling him, let's say it's already mayor. We don't even have to do the election part. It's the mayor himself already elected and all that stuff. One, to show example and to like instill fear so that he still has control over the village or town or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Does this. But he's going to view the party as just common folk, outsiders, who he doesn't care about their lives, that he screws over. It's that whole hotty-toddy kind of thing. And so that gives the party a chance to jailbreak.
Well, that's always fun, yes.
And to extract revenge
Avenge themselves.
Avenge themselves and their dignity or whatever.
Cue the Avengers theme.
I don't know if I'm going to edit that in. But okay.
I don't think we can. Just play it in your head, guys.
No, I know of have you ever seen those videos of like the bad recorder playing over like My Heart Will Go On? I believe there's one for the Avengers theme song.
I think you're right.
And that would not trigger copyright.
It won't. Cue the Avengers theme.
But anyways, then it gives the party a chance to just enact revenge against the mayor. I don't know how they would do it though.
And they get creative.
Is
And
it
it's
like they're
scary.
stealing them or just killing the mayor? Or
Just
like
outright murder?
showing evidence of corruption, all that stuff, just for just desserts or justice to finally be brought down on him?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, so going off of like the mayor is corrupt. He hires these guys, say bad things about him, trying to, I don't know, boost his image somehow by coming down on them, you said?
Yeah,
And-
it's the whole like using an example basically to cause fear for everyone else.
Okay,
If you see him like execute someone
right.
in the middle of the square, everyone else is going to think, I can't, like, that will be me if I do something.
So while they are in the square or something talking bad about the mayor, in this case it feels more like a lord.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's some position of power that's
It's
in
like
control of this area.
mayors were elected. They actually have to have people like them.
Okay.
This feels more like a lord. Just throwing that out there.
No, we could do
Either
a
way.
lord.
But they're talking bad about this person. And they see specific faces in the crowd. People who are like, yeah, I fully agree with you. Like, actually sit there and describe each person. After they break out of prison, that gives them these people that they remembered were actually agreeing with them. And they can go talk to those people and get like little tidbits of information about the Lord, terrible things that this Lord is doing to bring forth or to thwart.
I thought you were going to say that's when you start a revolution.
Oh, yeah, you can do that too.
That's what my mind went to. Is just like, Viva la revolution.
Well, yeah, you can go talk to these people and
That-
say,
it's
would you
either
like to join
that
our revolution?
or then they could find out about some like businesses or basically what the Lord has dipped his or her fingers in.
Well, if it's a
to
lord,
get-
it's a dude. Like, that's just how medieval times worked.
Yeah, but we're adding modern
It's true,
ethics to it, so we could have a lady lord.
yes. Lady Lord.
Basically, if the Lord has some like hands in some side businesses, then the party could destroy or like sabotage those businesses so that it hurts the Lord financially.
Yeah, and by
And-
talking to those people from the crowd, they find out about those businesses.
Yeah. It's a sort of a revolution kind of thing, but it's
Mhm.
just a way to destroy the Lord from underneath.
It's almost a Robin Hood situation.
Well, Robin Hood didn't like exactly destroy businesses or anything
That's
like
true.
that, just robbed.
He was trying to hurt. No, it was King John.
Yeah, it was King John and the sheriff in Nottingham.
Yeah. I had a random thought earlier. I just didn't want to jump in and say it. You know how when in medieval times they'd be like "milady" and all that stuff. My brain
Okay.
just went "my lord lady."
My lord lady.
Yeah.
Is it my lord lady or my lady lord?
I feel like lord comes first. I don't know. It happens. It's just
I don't know. It doesn't happen in history, so
no. It doesn't happen in history, so we have no precedent. Therefore, we can do whatever we want.
yeah, it's just lord. Lordess,
Milordy.
lordess, like duchess,
I still like
Dutch.
Milordy.
lordy. Anyway, so what route do we want to take? So
Hmm.
is the ones that are set in stone is the party gets hired, goes meets him in the alley, but it's
Mhm.
not. It could be the Lord himself. Like, what is the excuse that the Lord has since it's not a whole election thing? Because then it'll be shifty about like if they're already in position of power, why would he want them to talk bad about him?
He hears rumors around town that people are starting to think ill of him, like think worse of him, or saying he's so lax in discipline that they could get away with anything.
Again, he's lying to the party because he's not going to act like he's going to. He wants to rule with iron fists, but he doesn't care about the party's lives.
Mm.
So he's going to lie to the party. We're
Okay,
set
so-
in stone on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you're asking what lie is he
what
telling
lie
to the
is he
party?
going to tell the party like, why would the party be okay with going along with this? Because it seems extra sketchy.
Maybe he is pretending to not be himself. That's why he found an out of town party. They don't know what he looks like. So he's
Well,
saying,
he
hey,
could easily also hire someone else if we want to do where not even the Lord meets him, but just a hireling or one of his assistants negotiate and all that stuff. We could easily do that.
true. And a lord probably wouldn't like meet with ruffians in a alleyway.
But if we want him to come up with a lie that's like he's a good guy and they should be on his side, then I feel like he would, so that they could see him, and if, especially when they berate him while he's in public, they could direct it at him, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And they
Mm,
think that they're in on it, or in on the whole thing.
right.
You get what I'm like the vibe I'm going for?
Yeah. It definitely should be the Lord in person because it does say, speak ill of me.
That is also true.
Yeah, so it literally has to be. But the thing is, if this is posted in all of the taverns and stuff,
No, it's actually one tavern because it says meet me during the night 2 alleys up from the pub in order to discuss terms.
okay.
And the terms is even like a decent amount of money. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's rich. I'm gonna pay you guys 200 gold each just to speak ill. Like, it sounds really great, and he's not gonna pay them in the end
No.
because he's just gonna throw them in
So
jail
here's what we're stuck on. What lie, what reason would a lord have to want people to speak ill of them?
and make him like positive to convince the party to actually do it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one sounds dumb, but what happens if he says, "I've always been open to anyone who thinks my policies or anything like that are not sufficient for the people of this area or this city, but a lot of them don't have the courage to actually speak up and like speak their voices or speak their thoughts. So if I hire you guys to do that, maybe that'll give them the courage to actually say their grievances so that they can actually tell me what they want."
Okay. I'm liking that. So I need you to start saying things about me so that other people have the courage to step forward and air their grievances so I can help fix the situation. So it
Yeah.
sounds like a good thing. But really, he just wants to show them that if they do speak out, he's going to jail them.
Yes, and that is the point. And I think that is a good just twist.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a fun part. So after throwing the party in prison, will he throw them in the stocks at any point?
It'll be hard to give. I'm also thinking of like, those hanging cages, single person cages
Oh, yeah, those are fun.
that's like shaped like a bird cage,
Yep.
but it's very thin.
Hmm.
Maybe like have them on those, but then it'll be harder to escape from.
I know, but that's more fun. If at least one of them is anywhere decent at lock picking, they can get out and then help the others.
What if this is up for the game master?
Hmm.
What if we're gonna assume party of 4?
Right.
What if one of them is put into the cage as the display and the rest is just in a jail cell? So then the 3 could get out and then free the one person.
Whoever has the most cutting remark gets put in the cage.
Or whoever's like
The
viewed
highest
as the leader of the party. 'Cause
leader of the party or the highest role.
on insult.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could write down like who had the best insult or anything like that. Or whoever was portrayed as like the leader of the group.
Yeah. Either that. I feel like they should act like, well, this is also something the party would decide, but they act like they're all individual people, not together.
True, but I was gonna say mayor. The Lord would know that they're actually
Yes.
all together.
Yeah, but he's like, all right, I need all of you to spread out throughout the crowd and each speak individually so
I
that
think
you
that
don't
will
look like
be
you're
just
together.
the party to determine.
Yeah.
He just wants people to air their grievances and like yell and all that stuff to encourage others to do the same. He doesn't care how they do it. It could be just a mob mentality or individuals. That
And he
is up
might
for the party to decide.
he might actually grab some of the civilians too and throw them in jail with them.
Yeah. Or have those ones executed.
Oh shoot.
It like
Yeah.
he doesn't care or anything like that. And so it's NPC, so it's a little bit more dramatic or
Maybe
shows how evil he is.
maybe he's doing this to try to find the leaders of the rebellion that's already in place.
Okay. That could be a way to get the party out of prison if they fail.
Yeah.
Is that there is a rebellion
Mm-hmm.
and that is one of his things that he didn't tell anyone, that one of his goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the party could join that. And then they get a string of like side businesses or side hustles that he is a part of that might be illegal
Mm-hmm.
so that they could destroy his businesses, and then attack him financially.
Yeah. All right. So, first thing, what we need to figure out now: Lord's name, leader of the rebellion's name, and what are these side hustles?
Okay, why don't you provide with the names?
I was looking at my list earlier.
Is it like, it could be a lord or a lady?
Yeah. I'm trying to find a very lordly name. Okay, I found a first name. Trying to find a last name. Okay, here we go. Cordelia Cunningham.
Say that again.
Cordelia Cunningham.
Cordelia Cunningham.
Spelled Cordelia. And Cunningham is Cunningham. Cordelia Cunningham.
Okay, Cordelia, that sounds pompous.
Yeah. So that's our lordy.
Okay, I'm gonna forget that in a few minutes, but okay.
And the leader of the rebellion is Flynn Brandt.
Okay, Flynn, are you gonna fall in love with Rapunzel?
Nope.
That is his name, right? Flynn Rider?
Yes, Flynn Rider.
Yeah. I remember that. Wow.
Good job.
It is a suave guy's name.
It is. I was thinking he was like a blacksmith or something.
No, okay, with a name like Flynn, he's gotta be like the charismatic, like,
Okay.
street rat. Oh, what happens if, like, he was originally a part of the Thieves Guild or something like that?
Okay. Maybe he's the leader of the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, and then it kind of converted into the revolution
Right.
kind of thing.
And like the Thieves Guild is unable to actually make a living, more air quotes here on living, because of all of the Lord's side hustles. It's somehow cutting into the Thieves Guild. So he's decided to start a revolution to take out the Lord so the Thieves Guild.
Okay, I
can
have an idea for
work
one of the
again.
side hustles, which would pull in why the Thieves Guild, Flynn's Thieves Guild, to be more part of the revolution.
Okay.
People of higher power and like a lot of fancy stuff, media usually does this, where they have one gang in their back pocket. He pays for one of the gangs.
Right.
And so a rival gang acts as the street muscles.
Yeah.
That will be one of his side hustles,
Okay.
is using that gang for extortions or loan sharks or anything like that, and just to control basically the territory in that way.
Okay.
In which then that's why Flynn's gang, who is a rival gang, basically turns somewhat anti the Lord.
Yeah.
Because he's controlling that. So it's just,
So the gang that the Lord has hired, they're not following any of like the Thieves Guild rules things, because there's multiple Thieves Guild and they usually have their own set of rules that they follow. They're actually honorable thieves sometimes. In this world, they're honorable thieves-ish. They're still thieves. But these guys are just doing whatever they want, stepping on toes, causing so many problems, which is why Flynn's like, all right, we got to do something about this.
I think they would be more of like under a definition of thugs than
Yes.
thieves. That
Brutes,
kind of thing.
even.
Yeah. They're merely the street muscles.
They're the Brute Squad.
That would be one business that we could do.
Okay.
What about another one?
Hmm.
Do you want to think of a name for that, like, gang?
I said Brute Squad.
Brute Squad?
Yeah.
The Brutes?
Brute Squad is a reference to Princess Bride.
Okay, but like an actual gang won't be called Brute Squad.
No,
Like
probably
the Brutes, like that could be a
Squad
gang
goals.
name. But no gang is gonna put in Squad in their name.
You never know.
If you want to be taken seriously, you're
No,
never gonna be
okay.
Brute Squad.
Fine. I don't know what to call a gang.
Well, we could say the Brutes.
Brutes.
Yeah, that could I think that's a short and not so sweet gang name. But yeah,
I have a name for the leader of the Brutes.
Bruce.
I was thinking Brutus.
Et tu, Brutus?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know that's Julius Caesar said that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I do know that.
Okay. What, is he going to then betray the Lord? I forget his name.
Her name?
Her name?
Cordelia?
Cordelia.
Yeah, he could totally betray her.
If the game master ever just has Brutus betray her,
Yeah.
she has to say the line.
Et
Et
tu?
tu, Brutus? Anyways, okay, the Brutes.
Brutes led by Brutus. He doesn't have a last name.
No, they're poor.
Yeah.
They don't have family names. What other businesses?
Smuggling, which is another thing that would step on the Thieves Guild toes.
Okay, smuggling what?
Artifacts, like fine art, things
I
like
was
that.
thinking like either drugs or slaves. I'm on the darker end.
Okay, we can do drugs. Slaves would actually be terrible, and they could probably grab some of the thieves even as slaves. That would totally get Flynn's goat.
Or it could be, I think drugs would be an interesting one because then I guess it's a little too cliched, but spreading the drugs amongst the people so that they get addicted and become dependent, and that's how he makes it more richer and all that stuff. It's all
Yeah.
about money.
No, that's actually
That's used a lot.
reasonable on his part. Her part.
Her part.
Her part. Oh, I did it too. Oh my lordy. Sorry, I'm gonna be laughing at that for a while now.
We could make this a port city
Okay.
in which then it's smuggled through the. We could have a port city where one of the ships currently has the latest shipment, and
Yeah.
then they could destroy the ship or
Okay.
do a Boston Tea Party,
Oh, we gotta do a Boston Tea Party.
or they could blow up the ship and just have it sink into the bay, which is also very satisfying.
Yes. Unless it's slaves. Please get the slaves off the ship before you destroy the ship.
That's why we're doing the drug route,
Yes. Okay, yeah. Oh man, are we
Because
gonna have a bunch of
explosion's
drugged
fun.
out fish?
possibly.
Yes, no, drown the drugs.
Hang on.
Oh no.
What if they do blow it up or they toss it overboard? But whatever. But what happens if there's like if this is D&D, there has to be some like fish creature monsters.
There's a few.
I can't think of any right now. And I don't want to say merfolk, but just fish creatures that is on their mind with drugs, and then they like swarm the city
Oh,
because
gosh.
they're all drugged out. And they all become resistant to non-magical damage because they're so drugged out.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
Because they can't
Yes.
feel any of the pain, so it doesn't hold them back. Basically, you all have barbarian rage.
Wow. I'm looking at the bestiary right now to see if I can find anything.
I don't know if there's like a
There's not
water
a,
creature.
There's not
section.
a water creature button. No. Ah man.
But that will be a funny just repercussion in which then it will be the revolutionary / Flynn's gang that would try to save the people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or the party could use that, depending on how they want to react, but use that to Avenge, in which it could use it to destroy another thing that's like that will affect the Lord.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Depends on how evil, because a lot of innocents would die. Because you're trying to direct a drug crazed water creatures
Yeah.
to do something, they're going to just attack indiscriminately.
Okay, I just googled like D&D 5e water monsters, and there's a picture of a giant snapping turtle just about to eat the rudder off of a boat.
Isn't that a dragon turtle or something like that?
Quite possibly. Like the ones in Avatar. I love those guys. They're so cute.
I was picturing like something bipedal, possibly like a bullywog or something like that, but just more deep sea kind of creature.
I found it.
Okay.
It's the first thing on this list. Kuatoa. It's bipedal, and it's basically just got a fish head,
Perfect. One of those.
and it's wearing a tunic.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I just couldn't remember what they were called.
Yeah, look them up, please. They're spelled Kuo-Toa, and they are adorable. They're challenge rating 1/4, so
Now imagine their pupils just completely dilated,
they've
drugged
gone.
out,
Oh man,
shaking from
when you're looking at a
pure
cat,
drugs.
when you're watching a cat get all excited and their pupils just fully dilate and they go into full-on idiot mode.
Yes, except for you don't even see white.
Oh shoot, they just go.
I'm saying like they're
Completely
that
black.
drugged out, you know.
Yeah. There might be a slim like rim of an iris around it, because these, looking at this picture, they don't even show whites normally. So
But then you just see blood veins.
Yeah.
Anyways,
these guys look hilarious.
that is up for the party to solve that problem. Good luck. I'm sorry for the game master who develops a nice world and now this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's have one more and then I think we should be good.
Okay. One
So,
more venture.
He's got a thuggish gang
At the brutes.
called the Brutes in his back pocket
Mhm.
on his payroll.
Yeah.
He's got a drug smuggling ring, which the Brutes would help load and unload with their beefy muscles. Sorry.
It's okay. It's easy to do.
And so, what is the last thing? These are all very generic, unique, and like not very unique side hustles, though.
I know. Well, I mean, common lord, lady, whatever, probably wouldn't be that creative anyway. They're just getting into all the things that
Well, it depends on what's
are easy to get
available
in.
in the area.
That's true.
When we don't really know, we just come up with generic ones.
Yeah. We don't know like the exports of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Fabric. There's a whole weavers guild in the city that this lady has taken control of. Only the best of the best fabrics go to her. The rest of the higher quality fabrics get shipped out overseas so that she can make the most money on them in areas that can't make as high quality fabrics as that. And then the bottom of the barrel gets sold to the people of the city.
Okay, I'm going to play off of that and attach onto dye works because you
Ooh.
use dyes to dye those fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
But those usually dye works can be very toxic to
Yeah.
organic beings,
Yes.
in which it's a sense of horrible work conditions in which hardly pays. It's gonna sound really sad, but it's basically like child factories,
Mm-hmm.
but just go with poor people, in which possibly even has like housing that's on there and gets paid so little and constantly racking up debt, or basically being paid just enough to barely survive. So, but not enough to actually get out.
Yeah.
And so it's internal torment of
I
just
like the whole
having to be
racking
stuck
up
there.
debt part because that's what keeps them there. They can't leave.
Yeah.
They're essentially prisoners and they're trying
They're
to pay off
essentially
their debt.
slaves.
Slaves,
It's the legal form of slaves.
yeah. So, and the only reason she can get people into that is when they have debt. She'll grab them. You're doing this now. That's your job. You're paying off your debt. But it pays so little that
And
they
deduct
actually
it from like living expenses as well, because it lives on
yeah.
site kind of thing.
Yeah. And it pays so little, like any sort of medical issue they have, whatever, actually increases their debt.
Yes.
There is no way out.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
In which if they destroy it and all that stuff, then they can't do anything about it. And then she loses out on a lot of money, especially on the purple dyes.
So would that be evidenced in the city by everyone having brightly colored clothes?
Yes, because it'll be dirt cheap because she hardly, or wouldn't be dirt cheap,
Wouldn't be dirt cheap.
but
no.
it'll be moderately priced, but that's still a lot of profit for her because she hardly pays the workers that made it.
Okay. The hierarchy in the city is the brighter and more colors of clothes that you wear represents how rich you are.
That's not always the case if we go on historical aspect.
I'm saying in this city.
Okay. Well, like for example, white is one of the brightest ones, but that is just regular wool or usually a little off-white. Pure white, yes, I can see that.
Pure
But, like,
white, bright, vibrant colors, and the more colors you have in your clothing shows that you have the ability
you
to
just
pay
want
for
her to
all
be a
of this.
hippie, don't you?
No,
Tie-dye.
I was thinking more gypsy, but yeah.
Well, you're saying more vibrant and like a bunch of colors. I'm just thinking, oh, you just made a tie-dye t-shirt, didn't you?
No. She just has the brightest and the bestest of the colors.
Okay. I think we have it pretty much set up. This all started because the party got hired to meet in an alley to meet the Lord, where she wants the party to speak ill of her in public in the, like, say, town square while she's presenting or something like that, or giving a speech.
Yeah.
And just for the lie of people aren't wanting to make the city better, people aren't speaking their grievances. So she thought if she hired the party to air their like distrust or dislike for the Lord, then possibly other people would have the courage to speak their own mind so that she could make the city a better place.
Mhm.
Willing to pay a good amount of money that she's never going to pay them. Once they do that, she's going to then lock them in jail, possibly other punishments. Get creative. One of them might be just in that like hanging cage, as an example, or in a stock.
Yeah.
Flynn and the Revolutionaries / Thieves Guild could set them free or help on like the last bit for their escape attempt.
I just imagined a scene where the person hanging in the cage is just there at night, and Flynn walks up and he's like, "How's it hanging?" And that's how the conversation starts.
He's eating an apple as well. Just in between sentences, just take a bite.
Crunch.
Yeah, they could even free the person that's in the hanging cage or stock while the others get their like if their escape is doing well,
Yeah.
and then they could like try to free up that one party member, and then someone in the gang is like, "Hey, you're with him. Come with me.
Hmm.
Oh, I saw you. We know where your friend is. Come with us," kind of thing.
Right.
Find out there's a revolutionary, and to take down the Lord as revenge, because the party's probably not going to like the Lord after this.
Nope.
3 possible businesses that she gets extra money from if they want to take her down from beneath her.
Hmm.
The Brutes, a gang that is in her back pocket that she uses to control the streets.
Either take them down or talk them over to your side.
Most likely take them down. She has an illegal drug trade. One ship that's currently having a fresh supply is still harbored in the bay. Go Boston Tea Party on it, or just go V for Vendetta and explode it.
Ooh.
If you ever saw that movie where he blows up the Big Ben Tower,
Yeah, yeah.
that was a good scene.
That is a great scene.
And lastly, she has a fabric slash dye in a business in which she is paying the workers horribly, under horrible work conditions, and under debt, just to maximize her profits. Take those out, that will really cripple her and possibly lead her to a position where they could do something about it, or
It would definitely help the revolution if she didn't have that much money. So really, you're not going to see the end of it as much as you're helping the revolution get a firm foothold.
sure, let's go with that. If your party demands more, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wing it.
Yeah.
Or think of something else. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what we've come up with. I think it's a solid base.
Yeah.
If you put this in your own campaign, or if you have a job posting of your own that you want us to make a quest out of, let us know on Twitter at QuestBoardPod or down in the comments. I think with that, I wish you all good night.
And happy questing.